Start of a new local week, and that is a Tuesday, the 6th of August. We're back in Gqeberha. We're on the Poly this time as we go back to Fairview for an 8-race program which begins at 12:30. It is a great pleasure to be with you on the way to win, proudly brought to you and sponsored by Betway. Now, we're going to be talking to Nina Podesta shortly, but you have seen our details. Do contact us on X as well as the alternative. That is our WhatsApp number that displays at the bottom of the screen throughout our previews for the 8-race program. Right, Nino, it is a very, very good morning to you. It was a wonderful Friday's racing. Unfortunately, I missed the main race, but Cheriano didn't disappoint, and I'm sure we will see some wonderful performances from Cheriano if Gavin, he's not lazy to travel, decides to travel with Cheriano.
Good morning. Yes, as I always said, that's a very good horse. And to me, the best elder horse in PE, a champion in PE.
Right, you are a champion in PE in your own right, and so we need you to put on your champions that. We're recording Tuesday's program or racing program on a Monday. Let's get straight into that bipod. Race number 1. Now, the betting I had here yesterday, this is a betting guide. We had the 6 Extraction as your favorite at 2-1. That's Marco van Rensburg for Jacques Stradum. And then you had 3-1 about number 1, Ice Cap, a first run in the province now with Gavin Smith, formerly with Craig Mayhew. But it is Muzi Yene aboard. He rode it last when it was here. In fact, it wasn't Craig Mayhew. It was Trent. But Muzi has never ridden the horse, and he'll ever get first crack on Tuesday. Now, how do we go about playing that bipod?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't be taking the 2-1 about Extraction. The only course and distance run, she did finish as much as 8 lengths behind Confetti. And I think she's better on the turf. The one, Cecil, Ice Cap, I thought the penultimate run against Winners was very good when she ran only 2 lengths behind Boom Boom. So that's actually my first choice in the race. And then have a look at number 9. I don't know if you saw it going down to the start last time. And she started sweating very, very badly at the start.
Just come again.
Number 7.
Oh, number 7. I was going to say number 9. There's only 7. It is a Monday, Nino. All right. So that is your bipod, 1, 3, 6, and 7. I see our selector goes with the 3 as a best bet in the computer form, Nino.
In race 1?
Yes.
My True Love. Well, I've got it. Give it a big chance.
Okay, right. That is your bipod. 288 Rand is the outlay, and we should be underway at 12:30 with the first of 8. Well, the new local football season starts shortly. Well, it has started with the cup games trying to get via the stadium on Saturday. It was just a case of it was chock-a-block. And if that is the sign of things to come, or Betway are certainly going to be enjoying being part of the local soccer scene. All right, so it is Betway bringing you this Awaited to Win show, and it's now turning to race 2 at Fairview, Gqeberha. We're on the Poly, and it's tight at the top. We've got 15-10 about the 5 Coral Creek, and then we've got 22-10 about the 1 Hot Hat, and then the 3 James Fitzjames is at 5-2. Then it's double figures about the rest. Just one horse I need to ask you about, Nino. First run in the province, number 6, Home Reef. The form line in Cape Town is good, but it has to show big improvement, I think, to worry any horses. 20.70 lengths on that only run behind Talk to the Master.
Yes, Talk to the Master is a good horse, but that run was just too bad, Cecil. I think we're going to have to just keep an eye and see for any improvement from that one.
Indeed.
I quite like the look of number 3, Cecil, James Fitzjames.
Okay.
The ex-Glen Cotton inmate. And that's my clear first choice in the race, and I think that's a horse to beat. I make Coral Creek the danger, and then obviously number 1. I can't see anything else getting into this race. But 3 to beat 5 and 1.
All right, so how many horses would you go in the PA? They're all 3, that is 1, 3, and 5. And be reminded that it is race 2 that is off at 1:05 that sees the start of that PA. Thank you, Nino. That is the second of 8. Okay, so we're racing on the Poly on a Tuesday. That'll be the first local meeting of the new week. It is a tap telebet 08601 822 maiden plate, and it's over some ground, 1,900 meters. And looking at the betting guide, the one at Torix Night is at 14 to 10. Next best in the betting is the 2, Take a Mulligan at 4. Beg your pardon, the 4, Mayor of Maryvale 2-1, and then the 2, Take a Mulligan, that is at 4-1. It is 8-1 about the 3, Agamemnon, formerly with Tony Peter here on the Highveld, now with Kelly Mitchley, and will be partnered by Nirvana Stilly on local debut in Gqeberha. Right, the 1 Torix Knight certainly does seem to like the poly. 2 runs, but the 1 run that was on the poly, that was a decent one, two runs back. In fact, it's been on the poly a couple of times. There was also another run on the 22nd of Jan that was not the worst behind Griffin Park. Is that a banker material for you, Mr. Podesta?
Cecil, I have to bank this because I made the nearest stranger number 4, Mayor of Merrifield. But having studied deeper, I think she prefers the 16. I don't know. The 1900 becomes a problem for me, and I think Torix Knight is going to be the horse to beat over the 1900. So I've elected to banker that. Obviously, you got Take a Mulligan and keep an eye on the ex-Tony Peter horse, number 3. But banker number 1 in the PAM bipod.
All right, and I see you've got a pick 3 for us. So that is the bank in the first leg, and then it is a field in the second leg, 1-8. In fact, it is most of the field, minus numbers 9 and 10. And then the third leg, 1, 7, and 9. Race 3 gives you an opportunity to get involved in a pick 6, and that is off at 20-2. Okay, so we're in the midst of the Olympics coming to a climax, and this should see some great events at this last few days of the Olympics. And I'm sure if you go on the Betway website, you will be able to access it and see what you can do with other events such as the soccer games that are already on. All right, we're going to look at race 4, the first leg of the first jackpot. Is a fillies and mares 70, and a very open-looking race. Joint favourites in a betting guide 3, 4, and 7. That is Out of Dimension. Last time out, winner 4. Get It Done, and the 7, Bocala, just touched off by Get It Done. And then you've got 5-1 about number 1, Raising Queen, 11-2 about the 6, State of Mind, and that is just a tip of the iceberg. Nina, you've gone 8 out of 10 horses, and you know what normally happens with these horses that you leave out, 2 out of 10?
Yeah, when you leave 1 out, that normally is win. That's why I've left 2 out. But for that,
yeah, carry on. Yes, sir.
So for those that want to add them in, they can do so. It's not going to cost a lot more. But I'll make this a very trappy race. I think anyone from 1 to 8 can win it. But my first choice is number 7, Bocala, with my favourite apprentice up, Nirvana Stilly. He gives it a good ride. I think she's going to be very competitive. And the horse that beat it last time, but is now 1.5 kilos worse off, Get It Done. Even though she's won the last 2 on the turf, she has won over course and distance. I've narrowed that down to those 2 for the PAM bipod, but in the jackpot I did go wide.
Yes, indeed. And of course, and as you say, Nirvana Stilly, he comes off a very good win for Kumaran Naidu at Hollywood Bets Scottsville yesterday afternoon, so the confidence will be high. Bocala and Get It Done, I think that's the order preference for Nino, race 4. On to our second jackpot, starting with race 5, a classified stakes once again over the mile. And again, it looks a bit trappy. The favourite that is at 3-1 is a 4, Meet at the Windsor. Market rival is the 9, Captain's Walk, and that is at 33-10. And then you've got the 7, Great Times, that is at 5-1, 13-2, and better bar those. The Meet at the Windsor is on the poly once again. Last time out 5th, that was in an average rated 64 field. And looking at the 9, Captain's Walk, that is coming through with some decent form, and Nirvana Stilly once again gets a plum ride on a Tuesday. Which way are you heading, Nino?
I'm going for the Nastili double here. I think that can win again. Very impressive last time, and he's still better off at the weights with Great Times or same weights. So he should still have the beating of Great Times. And hopefully that Nastili, like you said, his confidence is back. He had a winner yesterday. But remember, you also rode a brilliant race on Miami Beach on Friday. And that was a very, very good ride from Nastili. So I'm going the 9 to beat the 7. And I'm putting in number 1, Launch Code. I think that could be the lurker at a nice price. The last time he ran over course and distance was a win in 1. So 1, 7, and 9.
1, 7, and 9 in the first leg of the second jackpot, and there's a banker in the penultimate leg, which is also the penultimate race number 7, and that is number 1, Go Check with the Love. We'll be getting to race 7 in a couple of races' time. All right, you're proudly watching the Weighted to Win show. I say proudly because it is proud of our sponsorship from Betway. Race number 6 is the start of the last pick 3. Now, this is a Trappy contest. It is a Ameritrade at 80 over the 1,000 meters and a new recruit to the province. Talented, but slightly a bit on the hot side is number 6, Articuno. That'll be your favorite at 22 to 10. Notorix is at 7 to 2. Looking at the rest, number 2, Adea is at 9 to 2. And that's about it. Those are the principals in single digits. Well, the 7 Bethel is at 17 to 2. Now, saying in my intro, Mr. Podesta, the 6, Articuno. Very nice horse, always highly regarded by James Crawford, but does seem to be a bit on the hot side, but comes in with some very nice Joburg form.
And you know what the key to this race is, Nico? Even though the horse here has got hot, like you say, Alan Greef does so well with these ex-bred Crawford horses, and I think he's put the tongue tie on. And I'm almost 100% sure that Alan would have sorted out any problems that this horse may have. And if he brings that run, look, he's run behind Raskova and Just Be Lekker. He's run behind top horses. And if he takes to the poly, I think this horse is the one to beat, and I'll make him a massive runner. But the concern is the poly. So I've added him up with horses that I like, which are number 3, Tuscan Gold, the unbeaten horse over course and distance, number 7, Bethel, and look out for number 9, Anushka's World, coming back over the 1,000 on the poly. At 10 to 1, that could be the horse that could make the exotic spade.
All right, so 3, 6, 7, and a 9 local debutant is your favorite on local debut. That is the number 6, Articuno, in those silks of Mr. Lawrence Verners. That is a one-time winner from 8 outings, but I'm sure will thrive in the new environment. Okay, so we're heading into the last leg of the first jackpot at Quebec Fairview Racing on the Poly on a Tuesday. Our first local meeting for the new week. And of course, just to touch on that new initiative that Betway have launched, it is a bet called the Jackpot. It is on every day, free to play. You've got to choose 8 winners. I mean, of course, you can go with the 7, but the 8th one has certainly to be in the first 3. But lots more details as you go onto that Betway website. Right, let's talk about race number 7, Fillies and Mares 86. Go Check with Love, 5 to 2, your favorite. Second favorite in a race, and number 7 is as big as 9 to 2, and that's the 3, Cabaret. 11 to 2, number 4, European Summer. The 2, United Express, that is at 13 to 2. 7 to 1 about the 6, Hildelita. And then it is bigger prices about the remainder. Best bet of the afternoon, no doubt. Go Check with Love. We have to wait till the second last, but it is worth waiting for, Nino.
Yes, I think so. At that price of 5 to 2, I really believe it's value for money. I really thought that it would open much shorter than that. And if you have a look at Cabaret, I think she needs more further. And Bon Capir, that you said is the 3rd favorite, is only 1 kilo better off for a 3-length beating. So I can't see that turning the form around. And he also likes further. Go Check with Love is drawn 1. Met up with Miss Greenlight last time. I thought that was much stronger than what she meets today. And she was only collared late by about the 200. So the drop down to 1,000 is not a problem for me. And I think she's going to be very hard to beat.
All right, just to give you the price about Carbon Cup, he's not second favorite at all. It is 10 to 1. Second favorite is number 3, Cabaret.